Hello everyone, my name is Mirhat Sharifjan and welcome to Eurasian-Express. Today we will talk about a recent deadly explosion in a restaurant in Moscow that raised a very important question. Is Russia's military and political elite safe now, even in Moscow? On the evening of August 1, a powerful explosion ripped through the upscale Balzi Rossi restaurant in central Moscow, killing at least 5 people and injuring around a dozen others. While Russian authorities have released very little official information about the explosion, many independent reports suggest that the apparent target may have been one of Russia's highest-ranking military commanders, General Aleksandr Chaiko, commander-in-chief of the Russian Aerospace forces. If confirmed, the attack would mark one of the most significant assassination attempts against a senior Russian military figure since the full-scale invasion of Ukraine began in February 2022. According to Russia's National Anti-Terrorism Committee, the explosion occurred at the entrance to the restaurant after a female courier attempted to deliver a package. Security personnel reportedly became suspicious and tried to inspect the package before the device detonated. Investigators say the bomb contained approximately 1 kilogram of TNT equivalent and was packed with metal fragments designed to maximize casualties. Russian media reports say that the explosive was detonated remotely and the courier likely had no idea she was carrying a bomb. Actually, the courier was the lady who delivered the package, was reported among those killed. The restaurant was reportedly hosting General Chaiko's 55th birthday, the celebration. According to the Telegram channel VCK OGPU, which frequently publishes insider leaks from Russian security circles, the gathering included senior defense ministry officials, FSB officers, members of the parliament, and other high-ranking state officials. Russian authorities have neither confirmed nor denied those reports. Alexander Chaiko became commander of Russia's aerospace forces in May this year. Before that, he commanded Russian military operations in Syria and later participated in Russia's offensive toward Kiev during the opening phase of Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine in February 2022. Western governments accuse him of responsibility for military operations that resulted in attacks on civilian areas in both Syria and Ukraine. He is under sanctions imposed by the European Union and the United Kingdom, while inside Russia, he holds the prestigious title of Hero of Russia. Independent Russian media have also reported that members of Chaiko's family may have been among the victims. Several outlets suggest that his daughter Maria Chaiko was present, while conflicting reports indicate that her husband was either killed or seriously wounded. None of these reports have been officially confirmed. Perhaps equally revealing is what happened after the explosion. Instead of describing it as a possible terrorist attack or assassination attempt, Russia's major state television channels initially referred to the incident simply as a gas explosion. Coverage lasted less than a minute and quickly disappeared from subsequent news broadcasts. That silence has attracted almost as much attention as the blast itself. The muted coverage looks to reflect an embarrassing security failure rather than an attempt to conceal the event itself. If some of Russia's highest-ranking military and security officials gathered in one place could be targeted in the center of Moscow despite the presence of extensive security, it would represent a serious breach of Russia's internal protection system. The explosion strikingly reminds the 2023 killing of pro-Kremlin and pro-war blogger Vladlen Tatarsky, who died after receiving what appeared to be a gift during a public gathering in a restaurant as well. However, there is an important difference. This latest device reportedly included fragmentation elements intended to inflict maximum casualties, suggesting careful planning for a mass casualty attack rather than the elimination of a single individual. So, who was actually the intended target? That remains unknown. Some analysts caution that General Chaiko himself may not have been the primary target. If senior intelligence officials, military commanders, or political figures attended the gathering, someone else may have been the real target. Others have speculated about possible internal rivalries within Russia's security establishment. However, we know that usually political infighting inside today's Russian system is generally carried out through criminal investigations, dismissals, or corruption charges, not public bomb attacks using military-grade explosives. Another notable fact is the complete silence from Ukraine. Unlike some previous operations, Ukrainian authorities have neither confirmed nor denied any involvement. Over the past year, Kyiv has increasingly adopted a strategy of refusing to comment on covert operations inside Russia, allowing uncertainty itself to become part of the psychological impact. Whether Ukraine was involved or not remains impossible to verify independently. What can be said with greater confidence is that attacks reaching deep into Moscow continue to expose vulnerabilities that the Kremlin would prefer not to acknowledge publicly. For years, the Russian capital projected an image of security despite the war being fought hundreds of kilometers away. Incidents like this challenge that perception. Even if Russia ultimately strengthens security around its military elite, every successful penetration forces additional resources toward protecting the home front instead of focusing exclusively on military operations. Until investigators release verifiable evidence, many questions remain unanswered. Who really organized the attack? Was General Chaiko the intended target? Or maybe more people were targets? And perhaps, most importantly, how did such a sophisticated operation reach one of Moscow's most closely monitored and secured circles? Those answers could reveal as much about the state of Russia's internal security as they do about the war itself. If you found this analysis useful, please subscribe to the channel, like this video, and share your thoughts in the comments. Who do you believe was the real target of the attack? And what does this incident tell us about Russia's internal security 4.5 years into the war? See you next time. Bye-bye.